Good morning, Cityside. Every morning we wake is a celebration. Every day is a celebration. And on this Sunday, there is so much to be grateful for. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Sing, Cityside. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, grateful. Yes, I'm grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. Grateful, I am grateful, I am grateful. My gift to you is gratitude. Oh, yes, I'm grateful. Oh, yes, I'm grateful.
Good morning, Cityside. Welcome to our Sunday service and celebration. I'm Reverend Judy Randiger-Meza. If you are joining us on the live stream or if you are here for the first time, we want to welcome you to today's service. Each week you can join us on the live stream on our website by clicking the Watch Online button in the header. If you would like to follow along with today's service, you can use your phone and go to the calendar page of our website. Select today's date and click View the Sunday Bulletin. You will find the affirmations, lyrics, and other important information there. We encourage everyone to like us on social media and help us spread the word about Cityside. Share the live stream link and go to Facebook and check in to let people know that you are here. Cityside is affiliated with the Centers for Spiritual Living, and we are about practical spirituality that you can use to create the life that you want. We honor all paths and practice oneness and embrace new thought and wisdom teachings. We are committed to providing a supportive community where you can explore and deepen your spiritual path by connecting to the spirit and wisdom within you. Licensed spiritual practitioner Jonathan Hoffman is holding vigil today, which is a deep meditative state so that we as a community can have a more transformative experience. Our November theme is Seeing the Gifts, and today Reverend Linda Jackson is here to share her message on Don't Go Back to Sleep. You know, when I first heard that this was what she was talking about, in my mind, as I heard Don't Go Back to Sleep, I was adding, and don't hide under the bed. because this is where I've wanted to spend the last week, quite frankly. But I can't transform myself from underneath the bed, nor can any of us. And so I'm really eager to hear the words and the wisdom that Linda brings to this, so that I can maintain this higher consciousness during these times. You will find our vision and mission statement in the online Sunday bulletin. We're going to read that in a few minutes. It will appear on the screen for the live streamers, so please join me in affirming this. We envision an empowered community that is living in a world of unconditional love in action. Our mission is to create safe spaces to explore and deepen our faith, grow in spiritual relationship, and connect with our authentic nature.
Thank you, Judy. For those of you out there listening, viewing, we had a change for this next song. So I'm going to share it with you, so if you want to bring up the lyrics. This is India Ari's There's Hope. It has an incredible message, again, for what we have experienced over this past week, and shall we say some relief for many of us. There is hope, there's always hope. So let's do this, Neil. Back when I had a little, I thought that I needed a lot. A little was overrated, but a lot was a little too complicated. Zero didn't satisfy me, a million didn't make me happy. That's when I learned the lesson that it's all about your perceptions. Hey, are you a pauper or a superstar? So you act, so you feel, so you are. It ain't about the size of your car, it's about the size of the faith in your heart. There's hope, it doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Oh, there's hope, it doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Off in the country of Brazil, I met a young brother that made me feel that I could accomplish anything, and just like that, he wanted to sing. He had no windows and no doors. He lived his little life and he was extremely poor. On top of all that, he had no eyesight, but that didn't keep him from seeing the light. He said, "What's it like in the USA?" And all I did was complain. He said, "Living here is paradise. You know, paradise is in your mind." He said, "There's hope, it doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. There's hope, it doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. There's hope. Every time I turn on the TV, somebody's acting crazy. And if you let it, it'll drive you crazy. But I'm taking my power back today. Gas prices are rising. The government, it keeps on lying. But we gotta keep on surviving. Keep living our truth and know we can do. There's hope, it doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Oh, there's hope, it doesn't cost a thing to smile. You don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. Yes, there's hope. Stand up for your rights. Keep shining your light. Show the world your smile. Oh, stand up for your rights. Keep shining your light. Show the world your smile. there's hope.
We have a few announcements. If this is your first time at Cityside, we want to welcome you and thank you for your being a part of our community today. You can join our mailing list by clicking the subscribe button on the header of our website. We would love to stay in touch with you. On November 22nd, you can join the fourth Sunday prayer gathering. If you are interested in exploring the power of prayer, don't miss this opportunity to be in community through the exploration of affirmative prayer. No registration is required, and you can find the link to join on the events page of our website. If you would like to serve the community by supporting the check-in process on Sundays, or serving as a social media host to chat on Facebook and YouTube during the Sunday service, we would love to have you be a part of that. Please fill out the form on the Get Involved page of our website. If you would like to contribute in either of these ways, we want to thank AJ for serving as check-in today and Rev Russ for handling our social media. Whether it is through education, study groups, or prayer, we hope that you will lean into the community and deepen into your spiritual growth.
Good morning. I'm Gordon Dickinson, one of your licensed spiritual practitioners, and I am here to share a reading related to today's message, to facilitate a brief meditation as an opportunity to reflect on that reading, and to offer a blessing for this service. Today's reading is from a folk music group called Rising Appalachia. No matter how this whole thing swings, we still need to show up for one another, sharpen our tools, plant more gardens, sing more songs, resist oppressive systems, teach our children well, learn from people who think differently than us, take care of our elders, speak kindly to one another, protect this wild, wild earth, and build collective solutions. This work will not end in an election. It will not end in an icon. It is a lifetime. It is a long haul. Rest well, rise bright-eyed, and prepare to keep going. Just keep going. Now I invite you to turn within and enter a time of stillness. Breathe in love and peace. Release fear and anxiety. And for the next minute or so, see the gifts in all that is happening now. See the gifts. I invite you to return to our shared space while remaining anchored in the knowledge that Spirit is present in all that is happening. Right here and right now, I recognize that there is one power and presence that I call God, that is the source of love, wisdom, clarity, peace, and joy. I know that everyone in this room and everyone participating online is one with this source of love, peace, and joy that lives in, as, and through all of us. I know that we are all one. From this place of oneness, I bless our gathering today. I bless Cityside and the space of love, healing, and wholeness that this community creates. I bless all the hearts and hands that have come together today to make this service happen. I bless Reverend Linda, knowing that she is divinely appointed to share her message. I bless everyone participating in this service, knowing that we share the gifts we receive from this community with our broader communities in Chicago and beyond. I bless it all and call it good. And so it is.
And so it is. Thank you, Gordon. For our future song on this fabulous Sunday, Barry Manilow. I'm going to take you back. I discovered this song going through some files and could not believe the lyrics and how perfectly they fit for this Sunday morning. So I hope you enjoy this. This is Barry Manilow's It's a Miracle. You wouldn't believe where I've been, the cities and towns I've been in, from Philly to Vegas and every town in between. The people, they all look the same. Oh, only the names haven't changed. But now that I'm home again, I'll tell you what I believe. It's a miracle, a true blue spectacle, a miracle come true. We're together, baby, I was going crazy till the miracle came through. Now you're here and my arms are around you, and baby, we'll be dancing in the street for the miracle, a true blue spectacle. The miracle is us. That's right. Ooh, 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 ooh. I never knew you looked so good. Oh, I never knew anyone could. I must have been crazy to ever have gone away. We almost forgot what it's like. Oh, holding everyone so tight. But now that we're home again, you know that we're home to stay. It's a miracle, a true blue spectacle, a miracle come true. We're together, baby, we were going crazy till the miracle came through. Now you're here and I'm feeling so good, and together we're dancing in the street for a miracle, a true blue spectacle. The miracle is you. Oh, miracle is you. Ooh. Now you're here and my arms are around you, and baby, we're dancing in the streets in Chicago, dancing in the streets in DC, dancing in the streets in Atlanta, dancing in the streets, oh, in Philly, we're dancing in the streets in Las Vegas, dancing in the streets, everybody, for a miracle, a true blue spectacle, a miracle is you. Ooh, said the miracle is us. again. Oh, that miracle is unity. It's not really a miracle at all. That's right. Come together, dance in the streets. Oh, unity, yeah. Unity.
Good morning. I'm Reverend Linda Jackson. Just getting used to calling myself and getting used to hearing others call me that. So, when I was preparing for this talk, I found myself questioning everything, doubting myself and everything that I thought I could or should talk about. And thankfully, I have these teachings, these spiritual tools. So I moved into some practice to see what's here for me. What's this about? And in that, even I had to sit in the discomfort of it, there was an opening that occurred, and I moved into the creative process of letting the ideas flow again. And it was just a doubting part of me that was activated, a part of me that holds on tightly to the limiting beliefs and fear and separation. And if I'm asleep to it, it can take me out. But if I'm awake, I can grow, I can learn. And each of us has our own version of these stories, limiting beliefs, behavior patterns, and ultimately our own experience. But when we believe that we are the creators of our experience, our work is to lift our thoughts up into the high consciousness and be intentional with what we're creating, not to sleepwalk through our lives. And I know many are celebrating today, and I know many are not. But what I'm addressing here today goes beyond the results of the election. This goes beyond who's right or wrong, us versus them. This critical time on the planet demands our high consciousness to be the change we want to see. And as we come to the end of 2020, we are all too familiar with that phrase, unprecedented times. With global pandemic, social unrest, racial injustice, police brutality, protests and riots, unemployment, loss of livelihood, loss of lives. Whew. It almost brings me to tears just saying it. And on top of this, we've been living in an especially divisive political landscape. Add this to our own personal narrative of limiting beliefs, and the drama is very seductive. Don't go back to sleep. Lately, I've been hearing from clients and friends, and I personally have been experiencing my own heightened sense of grief and fear. Has that been true for anybody here? I can't imagine not. Well, here's something from Ernest Holmes on fear. The mind is a magnet, and we attract that with which we identify the self. In order to get the most out of life, we must learn consciously to change many of our habitual thought patterns. This is not easy, for our old thought patterns cling to us with great tenacity. But being thought patterns, they can be reversed. If you are filled with fear, refill yourself with faith. Faith always overcomes fear. What are you filling your mind with? Ernest Holmes also says fear is the negative use of faith. It is faith misplaced. When we are in fear, we are giving power to or putting faith in the belief that we are separate. Separate from love, separate from freedom, separate from truth, separate from whatever God quality it is that we believe is missing from our experience. We give power to the belief that we are separate. Fear is the negative use of faith. Erroneous thinking. Where are we putting our faith? Are we allowing our creative mental capacity to go toward generating more fear and separation? Are we recapitulating stories, creating drama, and getting adrenaline hits from the suffering? Or are we living as a space of love, compassion, connection, peace, joy? Of course, we have to acknowledge and address what is happening in the world around us, but we cannot outsource our well-being to outer experiences. Whether you are feeling great about the election results or not, there will always be the next thing out there. It could take you out. Don't be lulled back to sleep. The work happens within us. We teach that there is only a power for good. When we keep our thoughts lifted to this high idea, we can deepen into what is here for us in the midst of our challenges. We can trust everything is happening for us. We can find the gifts and be the space through which transformation occurs. Our November theme is seeing the gifts in all that is happening and moving into gratitude. And before I go all the way there into the gifts, I want to make sure I don't jump into spiritual bypass. We need to honor both the physical and the spiritual aspects of our being. Even if we've done a lot of spiritual work with so much seduction going on around us, many of us have been highly triggered. In our physical experience, when stress hormones heighten anxiety and add to fear, or if we have old trauma reactivated, we have to take care of ourselves. We need to calm our systems so that we may be more effective in the world. We have to stay awake to how we are being mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. We have to be careful not to numb, not to crawl under the bed. When stress is activated in the body, I find it one of the most powerful practices. In fact, I did this just the other day when I was frustrated about this not being able to get a clear idea for this talk. I move my energy through the sound and body movement to be a physical release for those chemical cocktails that are swirling in the body so they have somewhere to go instead of creating dis-ease in the body. So it's just an invitation, whether it's spiritual practice, exercise, healthy eating, sleeping, seeing a practitioner, a therapist, take responsibility for our well-being, for our self-care. The good news is that there's a breaking down of what is no longer working to make way for the new. We are here at this time on the planet for a reason. We have said yes to ushering in this transformation, and we must be physically, emotionally, and spiritually fit for the job. With this dismantling, it's not surprising that grief has been a big topic around me. And there are 2 podcasts that I've listened to recently, and I just want to acknowledge them as great resources. The first one, it came out early in the pandemic. I think they actually recorded it prior to pandemic, but it was very timely. David Kessler and Brene Brown on grief and finding meaning. So David Kessler worked with Elizabeth Kubler-Ross in the 5 stages of grief. And in moving through his own experience of grief and loss, he realized that the movement to the other side of grief was supported by finding meaning. He established the 6th stage of grief, finding meaning. And the other podcast that I recommend for anyone who's interested is The Hope Matrix. Catherine Getsky, in episode 3 with Mandy Bird, they talk about strategies for moving through grief to hope. And this is just one of many resources that Catherine has created to make available for finding hope. I'm giving a shout out to her. I've been really appreciating her work. She actually was an attendee of Bodhi many years ago, and she's gone on to do this amazing work in the world. And both podcasts offer great support for moving through grief. And with our November theme about seeing the gifts, we can lean on these ideas of finding meaning and moving into hope as ways of seeing the gifts, even in the depths of grief. In the Hope Matrix, they say that when we welcome the fullness of our feelings, all of our feelings, even the most difficult feelings, that they are life-giving, that they give birth to creativity. It is that breaking down that makes way for something new. We can find hope. Something new is possible. And through this, we come to know our authentic selves more fully. So with this, speaking of the gifts of our feelings, I had to share this Rumi poem. You've all heard The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door, laughing, and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Our feelings are messengers. We must stay awake for their gifts. And another Rumi poem, depending on which translation you read, I found this title to be A Great Wagon. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the door sill where the two worlds meet. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. For me, this is such a beautiful writing on oneness and waking up. It was the inspiration for my talk title, Waking Up to Our Oneness. Well, the talk title was Don't Go Back to Sleep. But in the back of this human experience, I know and feel in a way that Rumi brings to life for me. I can't explain it, but there's something about the way it is written that I feel it in a new way, that in back of this human experience, we are one. We are not divided. We are not separate. Right, left, good, bad, no matter what political party, no matter what socioeconomic group, no matter what sexual identity, gender identity, racial identity, however we identify, at our essence, we are all one. And if we keep in mind that These identities create the filters and the limiting beliefs through which we see our world. We begin to better understand ourselves, our own limiting beliefs, our own behaviors, and we may begin to have more compassion for ourselves. And then we may begin to understand others, their limiting beliefs and behaviors, and we may be able to move into compassion for them. There is a place at the center of our being that we share beyond right doing and wrongdoing. I'd like to move into some practice around this. So I invite you to turn within and drop into your hearts. Feel yourself anchored in your chair. Breathe deeply into your bellies. And direct that breath down into your feet, into your toes. Direct that breath out into your arms and your fingers. Feeling your aliveness. Direct the breath into any place in the body that is contracted or tight. Breathing ease into the body. We are individualized expressions of this one breath. It breathes each of us. Allow the breath to support you naturally at your own pace. Out beyond ideas of right doing and wrong doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies in that grass, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. We know our oneness here. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. We open ourselves to those secrets and those insights. We create a safe place for ourselves to explore the gifts of our feelings, to receive our messages. I invite you to allow a recent time of heightened emotion to rise up in your mind. You don't have to think or intellectualize it. Allow it to come forward easily and trust that you will have exactly what you need and you will receive all you need to know from this practice. And as this memory comes to mind, allow yourself to get related to the heightened emotions and notice where you feel this in your body. If you feel it in more than one place, notice where you feel it the strongest. Breathe into that feeling. Allow yourself to really drop into this feeling in your body. And as you drop in, begin to notice this emotion does not have to become who you are. It is simply here for you. If it feels helpful as a way to distinguish this, you may want to see this emotion and imagine it with a shape or a form or a color. And imagine you can give it a voice. Ask what it wants you to know. Ask what it needs from you. Ask if there is any action you are being called to take. Is there anything you are being called to release? Ask what gifts or messages it has brought to you. How does this support your healing? We know that everything is either love or a call for love. How is this pointing you back to love? How is this supporting you to move into the highest possibility for your life? And within this field of oneness, how are you perfectly appointed as part of the healing of the soul of America? Perfectly appointed as part of the healing of this planet. Ask if there is anything else there for you to know right now. And thank your emotions and body sensations for the wisdom and the gifts they bring you. Begin to find completion with this practice. Remember that you may connect with the wisdom of your emotions, the wisdom of your body sensations, anytime it would be of service to you. As you come to completion with this practice, I invite you to ground in your bodies, and I will bring us to a close in prayer. I recognize there is one power for good that is operating in back of all life. One inexhaustible source of love, freedom, peace, and wholeness. We are each individualized expressions of it. It breathes us. It beats our hearts. Each of us is love, freedom, peace, and wholeness. It is our very nature. And it is from this place of oneness that I speak this prayer. I affirm that right here and right now we fully accept ourselves as love, freedom, peace, and wholeness. Not only in our personal lives, but I declare our experience of love, freedom, peace, and wholeness is restored and renewed throughout our country, showing up as true equality, as justice, as opportunity and abundance for all. And I see us moving together, creating a world that truly works for everyone. I declare that all limiting beliefs have been dissolved. Any habitual thought patterns are dissolved. All fear is dissolved. Our minds are renewed. Our minds are so convinced of and in such full acceptance of this love, this freedom, this peace, this wholeness, that anything contradictory is simply not possible. It is unthinkable. Our faith is renewed. In every breath, we are renewed and enlivened. Our hope is renewed. The subconscious mind holds affirmations of good, affirmations of the love and freedom that we are, affirmation of the peace and wholeness that we are. We welcome the fullness of our feelings, the wisdom of our feelings to inform us and to point us back to the high idea of love that is the truth of our being. I affirm that we are conscious, intentional creators of our experience. We are wide awake and aware. We are physically, emotionally, and spiritually fit. We are the change that we want in our own lives, in our country, and in the world. We are the space through which transformation occurs. We have said yes to this. We say yes to this now. And I'm so grateful for the love, for the freedom, for the peace, and the wholeness that we each are, that we collectively are. I am so grateful for the fulfillment of this prayer. I release these words knowing it is already done. And together we say, and so it is. Don't go back to sleep.
Thank you, Reverend Linda, for that wonderful message. I think that'll keep me out from under my bed. All right, maybe. So now is our time of offering. Cityside is supported by our community through the gifts of your time, talent, and financial contributions. Together, we practice conscious giving and support Cityside in creating the space and experience of us being in community. You know, whenever I host, this question is asked, you know, what's my personal experience of giving here at Cityside? And I always think, well, I won't be able to come up with another reason, but I always do, because there are so many. So I support Cityside financially because it is a place of belonging for me. And now more than ever, we're social beings, we always want to belong, but for some reason now even more I feel that sense of needing to belong and anchored in a spiritual community. And that's why I support Cityside. I know you all have your own reasons for giving, and we certainly appreciate that. Know that all of your contributions, provide everything that you see here, the seats that people are sitting on, all of the technical equipment. We have extra costs because of the pandemic, our musicians and our speakers. So we are community supported. All of these gifts go to making this possible every Sunday, and we certainly appreciate all of your support. On the giving page of our website, you will find easy ways to give. You can make a one-time gift using a debit card, credit card, or bank account. You can set up recurring giving, which we really love. You can make a request to receive the address to send a check by mail. To text to give, text the word GIVE, G-I-V-E, to 312-757-8111. If this is your first time, you'll get instructions about how to set it up, and then after that, you'll only need to text the amount to that number, and that number again is 312-757-8111. To give in person, you can fill out a giving envelope and place it in the giving box, which is to my left here in the room. So as we make our gifts, I want to invite you into a practice of gratitude that we practice here each week. So I just invite you to reflect on your week, what has occurred, what happened this week that you are grateful for, connections made, events that you attended, people that you met with, unexpected support, easy flow, a relief that the election is over, beautiful weather happening in the beginning part of November, whatever it may be. Just bring your attention to these gifts, that which you are grateful for. And just turn that attention to the gifts that you're providing to Cityside today. Bring that gratitude to those gifts. And so now we will affirm our giving affirmation together. It will be on the screen for live streamers. And together we say, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now. Say love, say love, say love, say love, say love for all that is.
So I'd like to give a special thanks to our Sunday team for making today's service possible. Thanks goes to Keith and Tiffany, Neil, Dom, Jonathan, Gordon, and of course, Reverend Linda. To all those of you who joined us in person and online, we look forward to seeing you next week as Reverend Darrell Jones continues our November conversation, Seeing the Gifts. Finally, don't leave with anything heavy on your hearts. If you need prayer support and you are here today, please just stay seated and a practitioner will come to you for prayer. If you are watching online, you can request prayer on our website under the support tab, and you will see prayer request. You can fill out a written request that a practitioner will pray over, or you can request a prayer call, and a practitioner will call and pray with you. Until next week, Sunday Cityside, have a blessed Sunday.
Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Reverend Jackson, Gordon, Jonathan on visual. We're adding a new tune to the Cityside repertoire. This one's called Thankful. You know my thoughts, you know everything about me there's to know. You know my heart, how to make me start and how to make me go. You should know I love everything about you, don't you know that I'm thankful for the blessings and the lessons that I've learned with you by my side. I'm thankful for the love that you keep bringing in my life, in my life. Yeah, so thankful. You know my thoughts before I open my mouth and speak. You know my dreams, must be listening when I'm talking in my sleep. I hope you know I love having you around me. Don't you know that I'm thankful for the blessings and the lessons that I've learned with you by my side. I'm thankful for the love you keep bringing in my life, in my life. That I'm thankful for the moments moments when I'm down, you know just how to make me smile. Thankful for the joy you bring into my life, in my life. For the lessons that I have learned, the troubles I've known, the heartache and pain thrown my way when I didn't think I could go on. But you made me feel strong. With you I am never alone. That I'm thankful for the blessings and the lessons that I've learned with you by my side. I'm thankful for the love you keep bringing in my life, in my life. Said I'm thankful for the moments when I'm down, you know just how to make me smile. Thankful for the joy you bring into my life, in my life. Said I'm thankful, yes. Oh, so much to be grateful for. Hey, yes. Cityside, have a beautiful Sunday. For those of you in Chicago, enjoy this weather. Breathe in that air outside. Let the sun shine on your cheeks and feel it in your soul. Thank you so much for joining us again on Sundays. We look forward to being with you next week. We are thankful, so thankful for the joy, thankful for the love, thankful for what you know, thankful for the sky above, thankful for the sun that shines on my face, thankful for Kamala and Joe Biden and everybody up in the space. Yes, I am thankful. Oh, oh, oh. Neil Elger on guitar.